Guys, it is finally happening. This may be one of my most important videos I've made on this channel. We're seeing a massive shift in the market right now. The writings are on the wall. You're seeing everything line up right now for Bitcoin. And as a result, Bitcoin is also, of course, having a massive pump. And can Bitcoin reach $1 million in just 90 days? By the end of June, can it be at 1 million US dollars per Bitcoin? You will think I have lost my mind. You will say, Chris, this is it. You have lost your mind entirely. And before you shrug off that thought entirely, I want you to at least hear me out. I want you to understand the case for why that could actually happen. And this guy has actually been taking a bet. He is 100% sure. And this is not a stupid guy. Guys, I will clue you in as to what's been going on here because everything has changed for crypto, for the markets the last few days. And you do not want to miss out on this. This is a generational opportunity. So guys, make sure to watch this from the beginning until the end. Key things happening in the market right now. I will, of course, also update you on the trades here, which I have going on so that you are prepared for the next major moves here I am going to act on in this market. So make sure to stick around, beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you are new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. Wow, okay. Where do we even start here for Bitcoin? Bitcoin continues to see massive pumps. And if you remember in yesterday's video, we were approaching this bold orange line. This bold orange line here, and we had been approaching this previously. This is where we got rejected. As you can see here, we did get rejected. We went into the orange box, found massive support, and we were on our way up here. Now, what I was saying yesterday is that in a typical scenario, like if we were just looking at this chart, this would be a logical point to take profit at. But what I also said is that I had a hunch, I had something telling me that we were going to break above this orange line. And that's the reason why I didn't close this particular trade as well, which you can see it's up now. Yesterday, I think it was at $11,000. Right now, it's at $14,000 in profit, up 345% from when we entered it at the key orange box down here. So just a couple of hours, probably even like closer to that. I would say like half an hour after I posted my video yesterday saying that I think that we can have a final big push here for Bitcoin. And when I say final, I mean one big push before we see another rejection, of course. And this is what happened. We did see a big push and we are actually above the orange line right here. But of course, we have to be careful right now because this is the $30,000 massive orange box right here. So I will probably stick to what I said yesterday, is that waiting for that final push above this orange line, this bold orange line, see where it's going to take us. Potentially, this was the local swing high. Before we see some consolidation, we could see us try to test this in a wick and such, but then, having some consolidation probably under this resistance area here. But this market is not a normal market right now, guys. This market is completely insane because we have bigger things at play. We have the entire system being dramatically changed when it comes to finance, when it comes to the markets, money printing, and everything else. Now let's zoom out a tiny little bit and look at this first on the weekly time frame. And you can see that we are at big resistance here also on the weekly time frame right now. In fact, you can see that this level I was talking about yesterday, we are right below it. So this is another point of resistance. So we have this resistance. We have the massive orange box with their bold red line here as well, mind you. So sure, we can have another little bit of a pump, 5-6%, but then we are going to be at massive resistance. And the question is, of course, as you know, if you've been following my channel, for 1 year almost, I've been saying that this is the point where we're going to see some massive action happen. And this is not exactly to the day. This is more like an estimation because this is based on the halving. And the halving is gonna happen. It's estimated right now at the 28th of March, and this fluctuates. When I added this chart, I was adding the halving here at the 4th of March. So it's not exactly here, but moving closer to this level and into this level, I did think that we were gonna have some big pumps and we're gonna have us inside of this teal box go to a higher price compared to when we entered it. Now, here's the thing. Did I maybe misalign this a little bit? Should this box be a little bit closer to where we are at right now, and we're already seeing the effects I was talking about here, because this is like a 1 month gap here. Well, the base case for me right now is that I still think that inside of this teal box is where the action is going to happen. Could I be misaligning this by 1 month, and that we're already seeing the effect we were going to see when we entered into this teal box? Well, for me, it doesn't matter too much. Of course, it matters where the Bitcoin price is at, but ultimately, being inside of this teal box, which we are going to be inside soon, that is the key thing. And so I'm also, of course, going to be buying every dip inside of this teal box. So that is still my go-to case. If you watched my strategy video I posted half a year ago, everything I said in that video, I still stand by that. And so far, things have been going absolutely perfect. Now, traditional markets have been going sideways and had a big dump towards Friday yesterday. Now, Bitcoin, of course, have been going up. So this is what I want to see, guys. Faith being put into Bitcoin, because we have some massive things happening here. And first I want to talk about my trades, and then I'm gonna talk about the $1 million Bitcoin case in just 3 months and why you should pay attention to that. Okay, so first off, my trade right here, you can see it's up $14,000, up 300, and this is the main thing, it's up 351%, which is absolutely insane. And the best thing about this is that this was something we were planning for several months, right? Buying the massive support levels here at my orange boxes. And my bot previously were trading profitably, and then we converted that position into this. So everything has been going absolutely perfect here. And also, I did give you the heads up yesterday about a couple of bots I was trying out. These bots continue to make big profits here. They're up 16% here, up 15% on this one. So far, they've been doing a fantastic job as well. But here's the thing. I've had these bots on for the time when Bitcoin has been in a bullish trend, okay? So I want to see how this performs also when Bitcoin goes down and we're in a little bit of more of a downtrend. So I continue to test this out for you guys. Let me make the mistakes. Let me see if this is going to be profitable over time or not. If they continue to be profitable, as always, I am going to share everything on this channel. But I want to see how this performs when we go down, so I can take that hit with my money, so you don't have to do that. But of course, if you want to try this out, you need an OKX account. And then when I'm comfortable, when I am, pretty comfortable in the performance of this bot, because this was recently released on OKX as well, I am going to make a separate video. I will explain everything so that you have everything you need to know. But what you need to do to be able to participate trading with this bot as well is you need an OKX account. But as always, I am going to keep you updated. So the links are in the description. You're also able to get $50,000 by signing up to OKX. So make sure to sign up today. Click join now, click on this link, click join now, and take advantage of these bonuses, take advantage of this massive exchange. Now, everything is changing, not only for crypto, but financial markets in general. So the first thing I want to show you is the government yield. So the 10-year yield, as you know, the 10-year yield was here at 4.5%, meaning you could put your fiat money into this government bond. You could put your fiat money into this government bond and you would earn a quote-unquote risk-free yield of 4.5%. So what happened here is that people looked at the market and they saw it was down-only mode, okay? The people were looking at the market, they were seeing the market was going down. And so more people were putting their money into these treasury yields, because that meant that they were putting their money into something safe and they were getting 5% instead of losing money in the market. And so this is what people did. And so right now you're seeing the government yields go down. It's gone down to only 3.3%, which is still historically high. If you look at this, look, it's still historically high from the point in which we were at here when it was like at 0. And this was in 2020. But it is starting to come down. And as we come down, as we're seeing lower and lower yields, more people are going to put their money into the market. This is why people are buying up Bitcoin, buying up different things right now, because they're anticipating people to pull out their money from treasury yields and put it into stocks, put it into Bitcoin, crypto, whatever it may be. So this is one key thing that is changing in the market right now. Even the 2-year yield has gone down significantly here from 5% to 3.5% in just 2 weeks here. Okay, so we're keeping an eye on this. This is key, because if people are not able to earn this quote unquote, again, risk-free yield in these treasury bonds, well, then people are going to pull those out and put it into assets, spiking up the asset prices. So we're keeping a close eye on this. This is one of the biggest transitions we've seen for years, guys. One of the biggest transitions we've seen for years. And if this trend continues, you can expect assets to continue to go up. And someone else that is expecting assets, and Bitcoin in particular, to go up is Balai. This guy has been right previously in different things, so I would not rule this guy out entirely. So what he is saying basically is that he is betting. He's putting his money where his mouth is. And again, this is not a stupid guy. He believes that in just 3 months, Bitcoin is gonna reach $1 million per Bitcoin. Absolutely insane, right? Well, let's look at this. So it all started with this guy, James Medlock. Not sure who he is, but seems to be quite the guy here at least. So he is saying that he's gonna bet $1 million that the US does not enter into hyperinflation. So this guy comes out and said, I will take that bet. You will buy 1 Bitcoin right now, which is, by the way, not even $1 million. So $1 million dollars. He is putting that in USD, but he is betting that against 1 Bitcoin. So 1 Bitcoin is worth, let's say, $27,000 right now. So this James Medlock guy is putting up $26,000 or $27,000, and Balai is so sure about Bitcoin hitting $1 million that he himself is putting up $1 million. So the bet is actually 40 against 1, because 1 Bitcoin is currently worth $26,000 by the time this was posted. The term is 90 days, and we need to agree on the custodian and so on. So here are the details. But here's what he said. Just as in 2008, the bankers lied, this time the central bankers, the banks, and the bank regulators have lied to all dollar holders and depositors. He believes that we are going to see hyperinflation right now. It's gonna start ticking in. And actually, there are some things pointing towards that, guys. I am going to show you this here in a bit. But he believes that we're going to have a Bitcoin standard. He believes that Bitcoin is going to be the standard here. And so he's putting that money. And you have El Salvador. Of course, El Salvador, the people who have been using Bitcoin in El Salvador, at least for the last few months, seeing the dollar go down in value and seeing Bitcoin go up, that's a good thing. But $1 million in 90 days, well, it has to take something completely extraordinary for that to happen. That is something we know. And you're already seeing Bitcoin go up as, by the way, traditional markets slightly ticking up slowly, yes, but the dollar losing value and Bitcoin going up. So could we see the Bitcoin standard? This is why Bitcoin was invented, for the banks to stop manipulating the money of the people. I absolutely hate banks, guys. They are cockroaches. They are preying on the average Joe who are living paycheck to paycheck, living with the money he is earning or she is earning every month. They are making everyone poor by diluting the supply of money. And Bitcoin solves that problem, guys. Yes, we are traders. Yes, we are trying to make as much money as we can. We're trying to make more Bitcoin. But over time, I want Bitcoin to succeed, because this is the way out for the average people to opt out of the system that is robbing them every day. So I absolutely hope that we are going to see the Bitcoin standard being adopted here. It's still pretty early, still premature, but the writings are on the wall. If there is any point in time that the Bitcoin standard can be adopted, it is right now, with the banks failing us. And let's see at what this guy has predicted previously. This was before COVID actually started to hit the fan. And what he said, that this coronavirus, which was still very, very early on, this is before it had that massive breakdown with lockdowns and so on, it has just basically been found. This is what this guy said. We will see border closures. Notice the point in which he tweeted this. We will see nationalism. We have always had, we have never had more division. We've never have people being more divided than we have right now. With people, look at the woke versus woke social groups. Look at everything that's been happening. Social isolation. We have remote work. We have face masks. We have distrust in the government. So everything basically this guy was predicting here actually came true. And guys, here's the thing. He is now predicting this $1 million Bitcoin hyper Bitcoinization. So we will see if we see that hyperinflation pushing Bitcoin up to these highs. Now, here are the things that could point towards that. 186 banks found to have similar vulnerabilities as Silicon Valley Bank. So they bailed out Silicon Valley Bank. They put $300 billion into the economy. They printed $300 billion. If 186 other banks have the same amount of money, how much money do you think they will have to print to bail these banks out? So this is the case that could actually happen. And Credit Suisse is in talks to be acquired by the UBS. And remember, Credit Suisse got a $50 billion backstop already from this, the Swiss Federal Reserve. Still, they are in trouble. So they need money. They need a lot of money. And unless they get that, well, it seems like they are going to get wrecked. So more money going into the system. Again, hyperinflation. Also, the Fed have come out and said that the banks will get Fed funding. So every single bank that is about to collapse will get funding from the Fed to survive. Again, money that is going to enter into the system, and more money into the system, higher Bitcoin prices. People are looking to Bitcoin as that inflation hedge, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, as for me, do I believe that one Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million in 90 days? Still, of course, like it's ridiculous to assume that is actually going to be realistic. I have to be honest, guys. It's ridiculous to assume that is going to be realistic, but the only way that could happen is if we see a failure, if we see massive banks collapse. And we are seeing the writings here that could actually happen. So there's definitely a chance that could happen. I'm not ruling out $1 million for one Bitcoin in 90 days. I'm not ruling that out, but still, of course, it is unrealistic. But we will see, guys. This guy is putting up actually $2 million, because apart from the $1 million he is putting out for the bat itself, he's also putting out $1 million to kind of spread Bitcoin adoption, which is interesting. But we will see, guys, if this guy is going to be right or not. Do you think that we're going to see 1 million? So 2 questions. Do you believe that we're going to see $1 million by the end of June? And also, how would your life change if you were able to see $1 million per Bitcoin by the end of June? Let me know down in the comment section. I do think it's unrealistic, but the only way that could happen is if we see a massive failure of the banking system, which is definitely in the realm of possibilities. So meanwhile, I continue to use these bots. I will continue to update you if these continue to be very profitable. I will let you know my exact strategy with these bots. My trading position here has gone down a little bit while making this video, still at close to $14,000. I'm not complaining, 345%. We're gonna make these trades we're gonna make similar trades. We will continue to make similar amounts of profits here on this channel, guys. As always, I am going to update you on everything I do so that you can also make money yeah, hopefully change your life, change your family's life, just maybe create a better world, whatever it may be. But this is my goal of this channel, guys. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.